So here it is, the afternoon, getting close to sunset now, of Sunday, November 19th, 2023. KumoriCon, which I've been attending the last couple of days, is almost over. In fact, the closing ceremonies are set to begin just after 6 p.m. However, at about 5:30, I need to be heading for Portland Union Station because I'm taking a ride on the Cascades, and I did check the Railfan cam in Chehalis, Washington, set up just wonderfully by Virtual Railfan. And I've been watching that camera religiously to see which Amtrak Cascades trains regularly use Talgos. And 5:05, my train for tonight, is definitely going to be one of them. And I won't be going alone. Say hello to two of my newest Fumos in my collection. Here's Renko Usami and Maribel Hearn. Before their inclusion in the mobile game Toho Lost Word, they were only in the Toho Printworks in the Secret Sealing Club stories. Now, however, they're actually playable, albeit bound to characters from the PC 98 era, the very first 5 games. Renko to the self-styled goddess of Makai Shinki, and Maribel here, or better known as Mary, is bound to Mima, some kind of spirit. Anyway, I think I've let the battery charge for long enough, so I should be good to go here. See ya on the train. So now I'm here at Convention Center Station on the TriMet Max, where I need to wait for a Green Line train to take me across the Willamette River and into Union Station. Over there, you'll see the Oregon Convention Center with pieces of the outbound platform in scope as well. But yeah, a lot of people with their luggage because they need to go home now. The con's more or less over. But not me. I'm heading for a quick out and back to Salem on the Cascades Talgo, just like I said. And here at about 7 minutes after 5 in the evening, we have a Red Line train headed for City Center and eventually the Beaverton Transit Center. I'm going to be riding this train out to Beaverton tomorrow to take a quick out and back on the Wes. That's the West Side Express service. Has some interesting cars for rolling stock. There's a couple of con-goers probably heading home now because, like I said, KumoriCon is almost over. Let's see this train out, shall we? Meanwhile, we have an outbound Red Line train to the airport. Using the same kind of cars as that inbound train was using. And if you couldn't tell already, the sun has more or less set. Now at 5:15 in the evening, here comes the Green Line train en route to City Center and Portland State University. And these look like S-70 light rail vehicles, but this will be the train that takes me to Portland Union Station. Now we are crossing the Willamette River on the Steel Bridge. I know you can't see very well because it's fully dark, but we should be able to see better once we're near the middle of the bridge. Yeah, that's much better. Won't be long now. I'm trying to hold my camera up to the window as closely as possible. That ambulance over there is crossing on, if I remember correctly, the Broadway Bridge. I was making one last check of Google Maps just before heading out. There's a TriMet bus crossing the bridge, as well as other diverse bits of traffic. Now this line splits. Green line in the inbound direction goes down one street, and in the outbound direction goes up the adjacent street. And now we're at Portland Union Station, where an outbound Green Line train is making its way to Clackamas. Clackamas Town Center, that is. And there's an Amtrak NPCU, or cabbage car, built from an F40PH in Amtrak Cascades livery. And over here, that's the clock tower. Try to get a better angle on the on what I believe to be the go by train sign. Huh. The go by train isn't lighting up. Oh well. Here's the front entrance of Portland Union Station. Looks like a pretty nice building, all things considered. Now I'm inside of Portland Union Station. There's the ticket counter over there. I was going to get some of the ceiling too while I'm here. Because what kind of rail fan would I be if I didn't get the entirety of the inside of the station? Oh, so typical to have Christmas decorations, even though it's only a few days before Thanksgiving. Some of the trains that come here, and one that doesn't. But it's still nice to know the services here in the western U.S. Now let's get it from the other angle, with my Fumos in tow.
So this is it. We are finally boarding. And with my business class ticket, I'll be taking a seat in one of the first two cars. Love the Cascades livery too. And this is indeed the Mount Jefferson set. One of only two Talgos, a Talgo Series 8 specifically. What sets these apart from other cars is the low-to-the-ground design, meant to be better able to take the curves. Here, the business class section. Very nice. That door automatically open when you step forward. Just like that one did for me. Seems unlocked by one configuration. Totally forgot to mention that. And that's usually reserved for groups of 3 or more. Notice the little table there. As we leave Portland, we're crossing the Wilmette. Again. I want to say we're on the lower deck of the steel bridge, but I could be wrong. This could be a completely different bridge, but I'd have to check Google Maps. I know it's dark and you can't see much, but definitely tell we're crossing a river. There's a little pathway there. Stairs leading up to street level. Now that we're past Salem, Oregon City, I thought I'd show you the rest of the train. So in that car, we've got the rest of business class. So the next stop is mine. So now's as good a time as any. Really quickly, here's the bathroom. And beyond here will be the control cab. So we better not go any further that way. Whew, excuse me. Here you'll find the bistro car, kind of a transition point between the regular coach class and the business class. Behind this door will be coach class in a typical 2x2 seating configuration. And eventually you will reach the locomotive. You'll notice how they have the bistro car set up. Here's the seating in the bistro car. And back there, of course, as I showed you earlier, was the service counter. And we are now here in Salem, Oregon, 15 minutes late. Boo hiss. doesn't leave me a whole lot of time for my transfer. But we should still see this train off. Yeah.
Attention, please. This is the last call for Thruway, bus 554 en route to Portland Union Station with that term immediate stop. Passengers should proceed to
It
home.
seems we had P42BC number 150 shoving southbound to Eugene. Meanwhile, over here, outside of the station, just get a quick glimpse of it there. Pretty soon our bus will be here to take us all back to Portland.